So the small sensors have accelerometers and gyroscopes and a magnetometer in them, and they send that information wirelessly to a recording feedback device, and it logs that information for as long as you want, up to 24 hours. In this application at Richmond, we're using the sensors just for a 10-minute assessment on players to understand how they're moving in relation to their core control and the symmetry between the left and the right side of the body. It also gives you an opportunity to see how that player's moving at one stage of the year compared to later in the year, and highlight who may have moving asymmetries that could predispose them to lower back injuries or groin injuries or hamstring injuries. And we've had some good luck over in the UK with some of the EPL sides, Man U and Newcastle. We've got second meetings with them in a couple of weeks, and also talking with Liverpool and Tottenham and the English cricket players as well.
For us, it's basically a bit of a leg up maybe on our competition. It gives us a little bit of a competitive advantage in that, as Andrew said, we can quantify what we've sort of seen subjectively for years. But number one, the benefit for the players is really high. It means that instead of me giving them my opinion, I can give them a number. We all know that athletes are pretty competitive, so if I give them a number to work towards, it's much more motivating for them than mine. So what we found was that there's some trends that emerged sort of longitudinally in the players that perform well in these simple sort of movement tasks, athletically out in the field, in terms of the way they load throughout the season, they're a lot safer from a sort of overuse chronic injury point of view. And the guys that perform well, just as Brandon did, in terms of some of the movements like overhead squat, that correlates a lot to sort of lateral movement. So we all know that the game of Aussie rules is very chaotic, but it's also very lateral. So in terms of groin issues, we've found that someone who does well at the overhead squat, for instance, is going to be much less risk of sort of developing sort of groin pain as the season goes on.